Rider Japan, welcome. Right, having fun with my carbs. Yeah, when I say fun, I mean not fun at all. Tell you what, pilot jet stuck, pilot jet stuck, pilot jet stuck, stuck. Butterfly pins, sorry, float pins, stuck, not stuck, stuck, stuck. Like tapping it as hard as I dare, and it's getting too dangerous now, so I'm gonna change plan. Just sort of run out of bravery to hit it any harder, so I've got to think of something new. I mean, the carbs themselves, they're a bit of a mess really. Let's move these. Yeah, taking these float bowls off, some of the screws really tight, some of them just like loose, like I'm surprised it didn't fall off when I was riding the bike. And look at the state of that. That's showing up on camera. Just, whoever's worked on these before totally mangled these screws. Got 3 of the gaskets off nicely. Last one tore, so I'm going to get a new set of those. I want to buy as little as possible, but it's looking like I need to replace all the screws and everything, because I don't know who's really butchered this bike before, but these carbs look like they've been taken out and put back in about 20 times. So yeah, I need to do something new, because this is not working what I'm trying. So these little towers, like reading online forums and stuff about taking these out, because I did a bit of research trying to find videos on YouTube and stuff. A lot of people have mentioned that these towers can break, and that'd be a nightmare. That's like, got to replace the whole casing. Really don't want to do that. So I need to support them somehow. So what I'm thinking, I've got this bit of wood, I'm just going to cut it to measurement so it hits the ground and then kicks up underneath, just that. Then I can try the same technique but with a bit more confidence to hit it harder. So quite easy to get the measurements, just put a ruler there, and then I want it to wedge under that one. So 282 should be just about right. I want it right under there, just a maximum support. Right, so show you what I've done. See that? Got a hole, and then that scoop there. That scoop sits there, that sits in the scoop, and then the hole, that little peg sticking up, goes in the hole. And then the bottom, I put the drill in and I lowered the drill just right, so that's actually supported now as well as that. So that clicks on like that, goes in the hole, that wedges down. Right, this is stable, just being careful. Everything is actually secure, not just looking like it's secure. There you go, that's wedged in there. I've got brick wrapped in a rag, both sides of my carb, just extra support. There you go, right. Watchmaker's pin hammer, this long screw sharpened to the point. Also what I did was, I got like a micro motor, like a handheld drill over there. I've got a diamond coated like small ball burr, so I've just put a little dip in the pin, because that pin metal is quite hard. Anyone who's sort of banged one of these before will confirm that whatever you're tapping can jump around, and you can end up, if you're unlucky, mushroom in the end, I found. So to stop that continue happening, I put a little dip in it that keeps this centered, and that way if it's not bouncing around, you got more shock transferring through your hammer into the pin. So anyway, I'll stop waffling. A bit more spray oil, help me out. I'll just do the others, give them a head start. Loads of oil obviously already, trying to get them out. Right, it does actually feel like it moved a little bit. Okay, right. yeah man, that worked. Just had to hit it a little bit harder than what I was. Just having this support gives me a lot more confidence. Okay, cool, so that's outlet, that went down. These carbs are from a FJ12, Mikuni carbs. I don't know what's normal on them, but these have got like a little head one side, so they can only be tapped out from one side. So I've just got to basically shorten this wood now and just do the same on each of them. Get them out. This one's not a problem, it's just this end one and this one. Anyway, cool, that technique worked, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I just drilled this wood again. What I'm thinking for the next one, you probably don't have to do that if you cut it too long on purpose. This one, I cut 1 mil, just only 1 millimeter too short, and it's no good. You're much better off taking a measurement with a ruler and then cutting it on purpose, like 1 or 2 mil too long. And that way you just prop it up and then you just straighten it up until it's wedged under there. This one's like so close, I had to drill that hole to get it more upright. And it's just because I haven't quite got the length there, so I actually think it's better. Take a measurement and cut it like 2 mil too long on purpose. Okay. So this one I was really struggling with yesterday. I'll be very happy if this comes out today. Let's give it a whack. There you go. This works a treat. That's out. I was working on that for like half an hour yesterday trying to get it out. It's just a case of being confident to hit it harder than I was. So that was not a problem. Last one, let's get it done. Just doing the last one now, just give it a squirt of oil. Left this a bit too long, never mind. It's supporting quite nicely on there. Nice and centered. Increasing how much power I'm putting into the hit. Oh, come on. It's free, it's free. There you go. This works a treat. Works brilliant. Just show you that one that wasn't stuck. This should come out no problem at all. There you go. Okay, so I'll show you all the tools I was using. I want to be as helpful as possible because I know how it feels. Literally just yesterday I was trying it, giving up, searching the internet, trying to find how people get these out. So I found out how to do it today, so I'll show you exactly what I did. First of all, I put a little dip in the end of the pins. I did that with a diamond coated ball burr, if that's going to focus. What that is, it's like a little burr, comes out of this pack. You can get these from jewelry making supply stores. Really cheap, cost about tenner, would probably be like $15 in the US. Yeah, all these different shapes and sizes, so just get the smallest ball one. If you've got an old school drill with a chuck that just screws up to as small as possible, if you had to put a dip in that. Not essential, but really helped me out because I've got this to put in there. Keeps it centered. You want to keep it centered. You don't want it dancing around because if you're hitting it on the edge, you're damaging that, and you might even be mushrooming over the end of the pin, which is make it even more unlikely to pull through. So definitely worth putting that dip in. And also for the punch itself, I would recommend something quite thin because if you've got something with a chunky handle on it, you're not going to be able to get more of a straight angle. You want to be hitting straight down on it. The hammer, this is a watchmaker's pin hammer. Plenty enough power to get these out. These were really, really stuck. So just that small little hammer was enough. So you don't need something big and fancy. You just add in risk, I think, if you go for something more heavy. What else? Oh yeah, the bit of wood. That little scoop was just done with a little, what I call a rat tail file. So just some coarse-ish file, about, I don't know what that is, 8 mil, whatever. Anyway, just a scoop enough for that little bar. That little bar to sit in, and then a drill hole big enough for the end of that tower to go in. Not essential to drill that hole, but really helpful having that scoop there. Holds it in position. You just got to get the length of the wood right so it's wedged in there. You don't want it too far out. And if you go the more vertical you go, then you're going to need that in there. I think it's preferential to put that in, but not essential. But anyway, you just got to be a bit clever with your measurements. And that was it. So that's how I did it. Literally yesterday, just one, spraying it, tapping it, trying different things. I thought of putting that dip in, didn't work. I was trying a bigger hammer, but I was hitting it harder and harder, and I thought I was getting risky. I really didn't want to break one of these towers. So, yeah, I fixed it today. Went from like half an hour on one to like 10 minutes on all of them.